How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. I got Wiley with me today. What's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning.
You doing all right?
Doing good. How about
Well,
you?
you look good.
Well, thank you. I feel good.
We got this old abandoned, literally abandoned drag line. It's an American 999C that we're going to take a look at. Well, let's tell you a little bit about the history of it. Such a cool machine, ain't it?
It is.
I don't understand. I don't think they understand, the viewers understand, just how massive this piece of equipment is.
Hank, I just stepped it off just to get an idea.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's 20 foot wide.
Golly. I got a gooseneck. Will it fit on that?
Yeah. We can come down the road like that.
Yeah, or at least pull it with
Get two goosenecks.
Yeah. I mean, what could go wrong, right?
Cool.
Let's tell you a little bit about this American 999C, and let's tell you the plans that we have for it. So this machine is massive, right?
Yeah,
like I said,
can't get over it.
It's insane, right? So it weighs American. Let me back up. Let me tell you a little bit about the American Crane Corporation. American Crane. It was founded in the late 1800s, maybe 1888, 89, somewhere around in there. No, I want to say the 80s, 1880s, maybe 82, 86, something like that, if my memory serves me correctly. So anyway, it was founded in, let's call it 1882. Well, anyway, they manufactured these 50 to 275 ton machines. Yeah. Golly, the counterweights on them are insane, dude.
Yeah, the camera's sitting on one.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're actually using the counterweight for a tripod there. Yeah. So we've got 50 to 275 ton machines that this American Crane Company made, and they made the lattice boom type crawler cranes and loader cranes and things like that. You can see they're popular.
I've seen them before.
Yeah, they're not rare, but they are popular. But you don't see them every day. But in the crane world, I would say that they're a good choice. You know.
Right.
But they actually sold their company.
I think it was Terex.
Terex.
Yeah.
Terex is the company. Yeah, that's exactly right. And maybe in the late 90s, something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, 98, 97, 98. The Terex caught them, and I'm sure it was for 25, 30 million bucks, whatever prices went for back in the late 90s or whatever, for the rights of the company. So Terex bought them in the late 90s, the late 1990s, and then they took over that. That added a lattice boom crawler type piece of equipment to the Terex lineup. So the company's been around forever, right? They actually, in the late 1800s, 1896, they actually changed the name to American Hoist and Derrick Company. And they kept that name for 106 years.
Right.
I mean, holy cow, right? They had some pretty significant projects that the American Crane Company has been part of.
Right.
Yeah. So
I think one of them was the Panama Canal.
they did. Panama Canal was one of them that they helped do, which recently a ship, got stuck in. Remember that in the news?
Boy, it was close, wasn't it? You couldn't have stuck your arm down there.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to come through there.
So the American Crane and Hoist Company was American Hoist and Derrick Company was part of the Panama Canal building. They also helped build Mount Rushmore here in the United States. So that was a significant landmark for
I thought they did dynamite.
yeah, and go, and they come out in the shape of these, name the four faces on Mount Rushmore. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the power plant and some of the specs of the machine itself.
I think I heard on the Mount Rushmore that they was just getting approval, and I think they have got approval to put Nick Saban's face up there with it.
Oh my God. I'm going to edit that part out. Oh my gosh. My friends overseas, Nick Saban is a worshipped college football coach here in the South.
I wouldn't say worshipped.
Oh my gosh, Nick Saban. And Google Nick Saban if you don't know who he is, and he's got quite the cult following though.
I bet you most of our viewers know who he is,
sure
whether they for him or against him.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly. Please don't unsubscribe because
Please don't. I'll be fired.
Yeah. So this is the American 999C behind us. It's equipped with the NT855, which is a big block. Big cam. Not big block, big cam. Cummins, big cam Cummins, I think. They have a big cam, what was it, 354, 400, 450 or something like that? Yeah. How much horsepower does an 855 put out?
600.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right, yeah. Let me tell you the story, or let me and Wiley tell you the story, exactly what happened to this particular American crane and why it is sitting here. Leave a comment below if you want to see me and Wiley try to crank this thing up. So Wiley, why are we here? Why are we at this one?
How did we find it? You mean how did we locate it?
Sure.
Or, well, I was riding along looking for some equipment for sale, and all of a sudden I come up this little here, and ta-da! This big old monster thing. So I immediately got on the phone to you, and we drove out here and met with the property owner, and he told us a little bit of history behind it.
Okay, tell me the history. That's what the people want to know. Give the people what they want, Wiley.
Well, the story behind it is they was building this bridge down here, and just got through building the bridge, and the man let them use his property so they could, I guess, disassemble it.
Yeah, right.
And as they was,
but it's only 20 foot wide, man. They couldn't have thrown it on a low boy and called it good.
You would think they would. Got a permit.
They obviously have never seen us load equipment.
All the DOT wants a permit. You could have permitted it. I've seen house trailers come down the road.
That's right.
About that wide.
Yeah, of course.
But I heard they was dismantling it, and when they was doing it on this back, and you can see the damage.
Sure can.
They undid the wrong pin that was on the mast, the boom.
Yeah.
And the boom went over and kicked back up here and just tore.
Oh,
I mean, that's not heavy duty steel, but that's still some strong metal.
Doggone right.
And it just knocked the engine back out of it. And the white stuff on the ground, I think maybe dried human feces. I'm not sure. Because there was actually people. There was actually people on here.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think I heard him say, "It's a wonder no one got killed."
Yeah, and they set it back up. He said they set it back up.
Yeah.
They started the engine, and I think that the owners of it realized that it would cost them too much to get it back to the yard to scrap it, so they abandoned it. It looks like they got a couple of mass booms.
I think they took what they wanted off of it before they did that. Like the cable's been cut.
And maybe they was coming back.
All right.
And they just maybe they got another bridge project and
right.
Said, you know what, we're just gonna have to leave that one be and ride it off.
Yeah. So yeah, this thing is, I don't know what year it is. We've got a make and model and serial number, but there's also a wasp nest in there the size of a football.
Yes.
And it was certified in 2008. I wanted to say, wasn't that what the sticker said?
That's probably when they was doing the bridge. They probably had to get it certified to do this bridge.
Yeah, and then I think it was done. I'm pretty sure he said that it was abandoned, literally abandoned, in 2010.
That took him probably a couple of years to do the bridge.
And yeah. So, but anyway, so he said, now the guy that gave us permission to film this said that motor turned over, and then they set it back upright and they cranked it before they left. So
looks to me like the boom went that way.
Yeah.
And knocked the motor that way.
Sure. Yeah, because it is a little off kilter.
Yes, it is.
That way. So, all right. Well, listen. I mean,
I'm gonna go I got a measuring tape. I want to measure the width, and I like to measure the pads. That thing is just huge.
Yeah, crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Look at that turntable in there. Actually, that might be a Rotex gear instead of a turntable. My goodness gracious, man. It's a skating rink.
I'm guessing that you probably can put these two items on the same load. Probably that goes on one load, and the rest of it probably takes about 3 or 4 loads.
Yeah.
And what you gonna load it with? You're gonna have to have something, a crane to load it with.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's incredible how big this machine. Go stand beside those tracks. I mean, look at those tracks.
That made me look skinny.
Yeah, it makes you look skinny.
Tell me when.
Yeah, I got your good side. Yeah, it's just a massive, massive machine. And now I don't think it's like a 60s model or nothing like that, but it's just, oh my gosh, it's so big.
Now that's interesting. That tells you, gives the
hand signals.
Ain't that something?
Yeah. Let's see if I can get up there. Yeah, that's crazy. But it's a lot of work. A lot of work that got done with this thing.
But I don't see that in there. That's
stop.
universal.
I thought the universal, you know, that's the first and most important
Shut it down.
What's shake hands with danger? You know, hey, listen, I got to know when to stop. You
That's
know?
right.
All right, let's go get tape measure, Wiley.
Okay.
All right, let's go see how
accuracy my pacing is. Well, it's 17 and a half.
17 and a half.
This measuring tape must be wrong.
Well, it's unlike a man to exaggerate lengths of things, you know?
43-inch pads.
Golly. Yeah, that's insane. And they're probably 2 inches thick.
Could you imagine the cost? You bid these bridges. You've got to bring this in pieces. You got to set it up on the job. So the job site's got to last at least a couple of years to justify that.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Then you got to come disassemble it, probably carry it to the yard and wait for the next one to come through.
Yeah. Look at that, Wiley.
Hank, I don't know just exactly what you call that. I call that a flywheel.
Sure.
And I think that thing gets to spinning so fast, and when you do the winches, it helps.
Have you used centrifugal force?
Yeah.
It does look like some type of brake drum or brake.
That's the winches.
That's what I'm saying.
On the inside of that, yeah.
Yeah.
These over here, if you come here, you can see the winches right here are hooked up on that same
Yes,
thing.
that spool.
Now, I don't know what turns that one unless the chain, once we get up there and fight through the walls,
Yeah.
unless there's a belt or something driving that one.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I know the people that watch us, there's somebody that ran these things. There's somebody there that's broke them down and transported them.
Yeah, yeah.
They know all about what we're guessing at.
Well, and I will tell you this too. You know, we get a lot of guys from Matt over at Diesel Creek. A lot of you guys watch his channel as well. I actually just got off the phone with him, was telling them what we are doing and stuff, and he's pretty stoked about it. And I was kind of getting him, because he got a lattice boom crane a while ago, and a drag line, I think it was though, but still, you know, similar concepts or whatever. And so a lot of you will say, hey, ask Matt from Diesel Creek and all that stuff. I get that in a lot of comments. Well, I did. I called him. And I said, hey, Matt, hey, can you help me out? And he was kind of giving us a little bit of the, how the things function and stuff like that. But he's a good resource to have. But let's go, let's show you the bridge that they built with this thing. And then, like I said earlier in the video, you guys leave a comment if you want us to come back and try to crank that old 855 Cummins up.
And I did notice here too, Hank, on the side, most of the Dozers that we fool with have, what do they call it? Bull
ring?
The motors, what do you call that in the back?
Yeah, bull gears.
Bull gears.
Yeah.
With this right here, it looks like it's driven.
Chain driven.
Here. And then the chain, it turns the chain instead of the hydraulic.
Yeah.
Whatever what it is.
It's bull gear.
I have long-term memory issues sometimes.
I think you just
and short-term attention.
I think you got CRS.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Can't remember stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, hey, let's go look at this bridge and show you exactly
what is this bridge over troubled waters?
That's track number 3 on our greatest hits album. So we're headed to the bridge that the machine built. What do you think, quarter mile?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, about a quarter mile away. If you hear a loud wind noise, it's because it's 7 million degrees outside and we got the air going full blast. But this is the bridge. I'm gonna get out and show you a little bit, talk more about it. All right, this is Parrot Creek. And so this is what they use the drag line for. I keep calling it drag line. This is what they use the crane for. Just a small creek, nothing to it at all, but this is the bridge that they built with the crane, using the crane. And it was finished in 2011, and so it all makes sense now. But me and Wiley were actually kind of laughing because, you know, they brought all this expensive equipment in and designed this big, expensive bridge and over a small creek. We've been here about 2 hours, and we've had, what, 3 cars pass us maybe?
Yeah, and one of them was the same, so really two. One passed by and said, "What's it doing out there?"
Yeah, let's take a look underneath this thing. This is the end of it. They poured curb concrete out to here, and then a drainage ditch here. Concrete drainage ditch into a culvert.
I think we try to give our viewers the best shots.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
We're going through snake infested.
Yes. I had to up my insurance just because I wanted to please the viewers. You know. All right, this is what the bottom of this looks like. Here on the left, you have a meth lab, and here on the...
Stop it. That's just good old people down here going to the swimming hole, Hank.
You know what? I think it's funny. I think at Walmart, you can go to Walmart after hours. Nobody thinks that somebody buying 16 gallons of cough syrup and garden hose is is not odd. You know what I mean?
Is that okay?
All right, look at this. This is the beams they set, the poles they set. Yeah. Creek is a little bigger than what I thought. Man, it feels good down here, don't it? Of course, people took liberties with their
like a
spray paint.
I wonder if somebody's here at 5 of 20. They love whoever that is.
They're in love. Nothing screams love like painting your lover's name on a underpass of a bridge.
I see none of them had the guts to get up there yet.
Yeah, I mean, how come that's all clean?
That would show true love.
That's
if
right.
You got
These people
there.
don't love their daggum girlfriends, do they?
No.
That creek right there is probably a foot deep, maybe 18 inches.
Oh, this is the side creek. That's the main channel over there.
Well, still, okay, now it's your 2 feet.
See how that's wallered out there? That's where they go swimming.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like underneath. So Wiley, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, from the shores of
Tripoli. Oh man, we're gonna make it all the way back to the halls of Montezuma.
That was a cool piece of equipment.
It was cool, you know.
I'm not used to that kind of equipment at all.
Yeah. Leave a comment below if you want us to come back. Try to crank it up. The guy's giving us permission to crank it up. Yeah. And he also, if you are looking for parts, now I don't know how many parts are on it. I don't know how many parts are good on it. I don't know nothing about it. But if you're interested in some of it, he does want to sell it.
Yeah.
And so just send me an email, hank@hamiltonvillefarm.com, and I can get you in touch with the guy that wants to sell it because he wants to get it off his property.
That's right.
You know, he's tired of it being on his property. Been there for 12 years now, since 2010, and he's ready for it to get going. So there's links and things below if you want to do some shopping. Might be a little discount down there that can help you out. My P.O. Box is below, P.O. Box 183. If you want to mail me a sticker to go on my toolbox on my truck. That I'm getting some good ones, on there. So if you want to send me a sticker, I'll be happy to put it on my toolbox. Okay, you guys take care. God bless you guys.